Hello everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Bitcoin Trade. Um, um, I saw this news, and it's called Legal Bit, and it just kind of highlights some of the countries that are, well, how friendly, Bitcoin-friendly countries. There's America, Canada. Was that Iceland or Greenland? I think that's Greenland. That's Iceland. UK, parts of this area, Australia, Brazil, they seem to be permissive, so they'll allow Bitcoin. The red, Iceland and Thailand, I believe, don't allow Bitcoin at all. I'm surprised they have China in here after China banned Bitcoin. Although I guess they banned the financial institutions. People can still, trade bitcoins and all that. But anyways, the yellows are what? I don't know what they are. But here they say, United States is permissive, and they got some information on here. And that's some recent news. And I looked at this and I was like, wow, okay. Washington State basically declares Bitcoin as currency. So let's take a look at that. And I thought that was very interesting. So here it is. Here it is right there. Virtual currency. So there it is, and they specifically say Bitcoin right there. There it is. The most common known being Bitcoin. Well, alright, so they said virtual currency is money. Washington State. And if you're going to be a money transmitter or currency exchanger, just like money right now, you need a license. But I found something interesting, and I think this is going to really set the precedent for all Bitcoin transactions from now on. Let me see here. Okay, you can apply and all that, but here we go. Okay. There's also a set of rules for what are some activities that are exempt from the act. Okay. And well, I looked at that first one, and I was wondering, what the hell is this saying? The issuance, sale, use, redemption, or exchange of closed-loop stored devices. What is that? So let me just go back to the original part where okay, not the original part. Sorry. There it is. Closed-loop stored devices. So I wanted to know what does that mean? So there's actually some definitions here on what a closed-loop storage device is. Closed-loop storage device, or closed-loop stored value. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. A closed-loop stored value devices. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to get it right. So closed loop stored value, okay, means stored value when that value or credit is primarily intended to be redeemed for a limited universe of goods, intangibles, service, or other items provided by the issuer of the stored value, its affiliates, or other involved in transaction functionality related to the issuer of the affiliates. So that gets really hectic. But I wondered what is stored. Okay, I got closed loop stored value, but what is stored value? And what does it mean to be a closed loop? So anyways, so I looked up stored value. It means stored value. So I might be wrong on this. If anybody knows what the hell all this means, feel free to comment, do a video response. But there is a definition here for stored value as well. So let's take a look at it, because this is going to be a big precedent for probably a lot of things here. So let's see here. It says stored value means a card or other device that electronically stores or provides access to funds and is available for making payments to others. So let me see. So they're talking about a card, and they're talking about some kind of device that electronically stores or provides access to funds, and is available for making payments to others. So they're talking about, your electronic money. So if you can get to a computer and electronically send somebody US dollars, I guess that's what they're talking about. So let me look at the definition again of closed loop device here, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell this all means. Let me see. So closed loop stored value means stored value. Okay, so we found out what stored value is. Okay, so when that value or credit is primarily intended to be redeemed for a limited universe of goods, intangibles, services, or other items provided by the issuer of the stored value, its affiliates, or any other involved in transaction functionality related to the issuer of its affiliates. That's really confusing, but this is what I got out of it. And if someone correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But okay, so I'm coming back to this. What are some activities that are exempt from the Act? The issuance, sale, use, redemption, or exchange of closed-loop stored value devices. So basically, the way I look at it is, if you have a Bitcoin, which is by itself a electronic, has to be some kind of electronic device, and you can exchange or transmit that over a computer to a computer, or device to device, electronic device to device, or a card. As you know, there's Bitcoin cards now. So you can sell that to someone who would probably exchange in the same way with electronic money. They would send you electronic money, or they have a maybe a prepaid card, or another thing's called Money Pack or something, or they just get on their computer and they just send you the money, right? So basically, it's again this concept that two people can just electronically send each other money. You don't have to be a license to be a money transmitter, or what is it, currency exchanger as well. What are some activities that are exempt from the Act? So basically, if you deal Bitcoin and money electronically in that exchange, it's exempt from this Act. Don't people do that all the time with their debit cards and their credit cards? Now you have Bitcoin cards. Theoretically, you could buy and sell just like you would normally do, except it would be on like a card, or an electric device, or have access to an electric device that allows you the funds. Again, computer. Aren't we doing that already right now? So who really needs to be a money transmitter and exchanger? Well, someone who physically transmits money, like, you know, an armored vehicle, maybe. What's another one? Well, who needs to be a currency exchanger? Well, wouldn't that be, you know, someone who would physically exchange, physical currency, another government's currency for another government's currency, physically? So, so basically, none of these licenses really apply to the average person who buys and sells Bitcoin. If you could do it on a card or on a computer. So they sell Bitcoin cards, and you can do like a money pack or a prepaid card of some money value and whatever. So if you do it that way, you're not a money transmitter or a currency exchanger. If you do it if you pay over the computer, you're not a money transmitter. So if this is going to be the precedent, I'm like, wow, okay, that's fine by me. So it's kind of weird the way it was worded, but if you look at the definitions and the affiliates, meaning anybody, the person will have interaction with the process of sending each other money. So like a bank, a teller, MoneyGram, or Western Union, affiliates, So this really doesn't change anything. If anything, it really clarifies, some of the things I'm doing. That's actually what I'm doing. I'm exchanging electronic money for electronic money. In other cases, it talks about. Let me see here. Let me see. What are the other exemptions that it talks about? Okay, so now I've read some of the definitions. Let me see. The issuance, sale, use, redemption, or exchange of payment instrument by a person's licensed under. Okay, so if anyone is licensed under this, they don't need to be a money transmitter. But let me see a second one. The issuance or sale of open loop stored value devices. Okay, when the value on the devices are covered by federal deposit insurance immediately upon sale or issuance or issue. See the Federal Deposit Insurance Institution letter. I don't know, but I'm assuming that would be like anything from a bank. And so, what is an open looped stored value devices? So what is that? What is that? Okay, let's scroll down here. And oh, sorry, I moved it. Okay, open loop. So there actually is something called an open loop, and I did read that. Here it is. So let's see here. Open loop stored value means stored value redeemable at multiple unaffiliated merchants or service providers or automated teller machines. Okay, so that could be a check, a cashier's check, money order, so stored value means stored value redeemable. So again, what, let's see, I forgot what stored value was. Means a card or other device that electronically stores or provides access to funds and is available for making payments to others. So basically, if you used a card or some kind of card or some other electronic stored device, that would be an open loop store value. So it means stored value So it has to be like, according to their definition here of stored value, means a card or other device that electronically stores or provides access to funds. So, or provides access to funds. So that literally means a check. Okay, a check, uh, cashier's check, money order. So basically, these are the things that you can do right now. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to use your banking system to do it, or another financial system like I guess the Western Union would be plausible, or I hate to say PayPal, but yeah, I guess PayPal is plausible. But as long as you use like money cash, I think there's that third option here. Let me go back to it. Okay. Oh, so the exemption part. Okay, so here's the exemption, and I guess the number 3 would be any. Okay, so the issuance or sale of open loop stored device value devices when the value on the device are covered by the federal deposit insurance immediately upon sale or issuance. So I guess in the number 3 would be if you actually had money, because money is a stored device, stored value device, okay, that will give you access to funds. I don't know, let's read stored device one more time, because okay, let's read stored device. And again, that number 3 says open loop, which means stored value redeemable at multiple unaffiliated merchants or service providers or automated teller machines. So open, I guess, means you can go anywhere to redeem. So I don't see any definitions here for redeem, so I guess redeem means redeem. So, but let's look at stored devices one more time. So, or stored value. Stored value means a card or other device that electronically stores or provides access to funds and is available for making payments to others. Okay? So, electronically stored or provides access to funds and is available for making payments to others. So, I don't know. I'm assuming that's a check, because that's available to make payments to others. A check to me. I don't know. The way I'm reading it is sounds like if you or other. What did it say again? Gosh, I gotta read this thing over and over because it's that tricky. Or provides access to funds and is available for making payments to others. I guess that would be money, or provides access to funds. Well, money would be a direct access to funds and is available to making payments to others, and money would be available to making payments to others. I don't know. Am I stretching it? I mean, it almost sounds like everything I'm doing now. So I think Washington has set a precedence. I don't know. It sounds. I gotta read this again. I want to make sure. The first one sounds like if you just. What are some activities that are exempt from the act? So, the issuance and sale or issuance, sale, use, redemption, or exchange. So if I exchange electronic US dollars for electronic Bitcoin, that's cool. I'm not a money transmitter, which that's exactly what I thought. Okay, the issuance, sale, use, redemption, or exchange of payment instruments by persons licensed. Okay, well, I'm not worried about that. If somebody has a license to do that, that's fine. They don't need a. You don't need a to follow this act. The issuance, sale, or open loop store device value device when the value on the device are covered by federal deposit insurance. I'm assuming that'd be like a check from a bank, something like that, or I don't know, money. Isn't money covered by that? Because that's paper. It gives you access to funds. I don't know. It sounds like this is going to be big because this is just going to let anybody exchange bitcoins for money or some kind of stored value like a card, money that's on a card. Okay, so that's huge. You can electronically send each other money, exchange for a currency for US dollars. This is huge. This makes a huge precedent. If I'm reading this right, I hope I am. So there it is. Here's the application for it. There's the, let me see here. What are some? Okay, so when you click on the application for it, it does take you to, let me see, I think it's, okay, so it takes you to this kind of PDF thing, and then it says here, who does not need the money transmitter license? So you click on it, and it's gonna take you to this here. So this all just pretty much says the same thing. So here it is. Let me see, where is it? Maybe I got the wrong one here. Is it on this one? Okay, here it is. It's the top one. Sorry about that. Nope, it's the bottom one. Okay, here it is. Here's the bottom one. So there it is. What are some activities that, okay, so these are the activities that are exempt. Alright, so if you do these, you don't have to do this, because basically, like I said, who doesn't transmit money? I don't transmit physical money, okay? I transmit electronic money. I transmit a stored value device, which is a check, money order, stuff like that. My gosh, and this specifically, I mean, this makes it sound like if you made a deposit cash into the bank or something, or actual US dollars. I don't know. It's the way it's worded. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what it means or not, but I know for this first one, I mean, you exchange a closed stored value device, which basically, for the most part, is electronic money. So, I don't know. Let me take a look at this one more time. Open. Okay, and then closed. What on earth does close mean again? Stored value, when the value or credit is primarily intended to be redeemed for a limited universe. Okay, that's another answer. Okay, it doesn't Okay, I'm assuming this is when you buy stuff. Hold on, let me cut out here and cut back in. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. I had to use the restroom real quick, but okay. Where was I? Okay, stored. Okay, so I think the key word here in this whole thing is gonna be okay. Closed loop stored value means stored value when that value or credit is primarily intended to be redeemed for a limited universe of goods, intangibles, services, or other items provided by the issuer of the stored value, its affiliates, or other involved. So the key word is other items provided by the issuer of the stored value. So I don't know, it seems kind of weird the way it's worded, but it sounds like you're trying to buy something. And ironically, the nature of Bitcoin is to buy money. So other items provided by the issuer of the stored value, its affiliates, or other involved in transaction functionally related to the issuer or its affiliates. Well, Bitcoin is an instrument of credit. Money is an instrument of debt. That's what we exchange, credit for debt. And if debt is, well, money is an instrument of debt, that's what we're exchanging. Interesting. I don't know, this could be a big debate right here. Anybody who understands this, feel free to comment, like, dislike, or get back to me on this. Here it is. Here's the bitlegal.net. I don't know if that means, well, take a look at it, and it's right here. Bitcoin, currency or commodity in the U.S. Washington State says currency. Who's next? That's kind of big. If it's money, then we can electronically send each other money. Interesting. Nothing wrong with that. We're exchanging money for money. Kind of interesting. Or we could exchange for a check for Bitcoin for some US dollar value. Deposit direct to the bank account. Interesting. So there you have it. Something in writing. There you go. Well, hopefully this kind of helps you. This is kind of interesting. This may set precedent for some of the other states. I don't know how the federal level is going to handle it, but every state's going to be different. But I know Washington, I think if I go to Washington, I would consider that state to be a very friendly Bitcoin state. So probably you could do some business over there easily. Alright, so thanks for watching. Like, dislike, comment, even do a video response. Till then, stay tuned for my next episode. Bye now.